Pink, 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 pink banana. Pink banana. Pink, 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 pink banana.
Hi,
Good
welcome to the Pink Banana
morning.
Podcast.
Welcome.
I'm Hector.
I'm Kelly.
Hector.
Hector, why you do the phone out the window? That's a
We
movie
are
reference. The Pink Banana.
It's fine.
It's just some days, there's days and there's days. Hey.
It's fine. So if you're hearing and not seeing us, we are estrenando. How do you say that?
Premiere?
No, like estrenando new set.
Oh,
like,
okay. So
we're breaking in.
We're breaking in a
This new
little set, and we're excited.
Yes.
So if you don't know, we created a little YouTube channel, and we wanted to kind of dabble in filming a little more. So definitely check us out at the Pink Banana on YouTube.
Yes.
So you can see our new set.
Yes. It'll be changing because
For sure. This is what we could come up with what we had, and I think
it'll be it's an evolution, right? So we're testing different things.
Right. We just wanted to kind of actually create a set and see kind of what that would look like.
Because last one was in my room, which was
Right.
fun, but we wanted something more Pink Banana, right?
For sure, and we're down to evolve every single
Right.
day and just keep learning, and we're definitely excited for all the journeys and the decisions we've been making, so I feel like this is a recurring thing. We're
Right, we always say
excited,
the
we're
same
hard
thing.
at work, like boom.
Hard. Like
But I
always,
digress.
yes, like always. The Instagram at the Pink Banana.
For
if you wanna
sure.
check everything out.
And
Okay.
Facebook.
And Facebook as the Pink Banana.
Right.
And again, the YouTube as the Pink Banana.
Yeah, we're trying to create like different. Every time I close my eyes, I see
I'm
rings.
sorry.
But also, we're just trying to create, I think, like different things for the different social medias. Although right now we might share a lot of the same things, but for sure, we're just check us out everywhere. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a whole thing.
So now we're gonna be
that's
able
not
to do
new.
more stuff because lockdown's over.
Right,
Corona's not over, but the lockdown's over.
right.
Everything's gonna be basically open. 50%. Everything's gonna be open at
Right.
50%.
I turned on the radio this morning,
By
and
Monday,
the main thing they were talking about was things are gonna have to change when we go back to the movie theater. I'm like, that's what you're thinking about, the movie theater. But also, I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready. My boss was
there's some
like, "Are you
things
ready
that-
to come back to work?" I was like, "No. What's the protocol to come back to work?" He's like, "Regular work day on Monday." I was like, "The fuck not, regular work."
Like that.
The fuck not is not a regular work day on Monday. Like, you kidding me? Where's the protocol? What are the rules?
They should have a protocol. Being government agency and
We
shit.
gonna say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Don't
but
throw it all out there.
That's a good filter right there, though.
For sure.
We
But
got
yeah,
No,
where
no,
is the
we can't
protocol?
let
Give me a
Kelly
protocol.
lose her.
How do I know that we're? How do
Right.
you know that I'm not sick? How do I know that Fulana's
the bro.
not
Part of
sick?
I mean, they have to. They can't legally open or get you to work if they don't test you. So if they don't have or they don't want to pay for tests, then you can be like, well, no, I'm not gonna go back unless.
And excuse me, if the governor might not have been clear about a lot of things, but
Right.
she was clear in saying empleado de confianza,
Yeah.
go into work first. All I'm saying, that's not me. That is not my job title. That is not in my
Right,
description.
right.
So
Well, no say
I'm just gonna.
I want to go to the gym, but I'm not gonna go to the gym.
Ew. I just feel like the gym is just like a breeding ground. It's wet, it's sweaty, it's damp, it's moist, it's just like being inside
That's
a hot mouth.
nasty.
Being in the gym is
Ew.
being inside a hot mouth. And I used to love the gym, but right now all I'm thinking is disease.
Disease. No, they have a protocol, but anyway, I'm not gonna do that in a while.
Right. I think I'm just like
I might go to the movies. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we should go to the drive-in
No, you have to
cinema.
have right. That's what I'm gonna do.
The drive-in
Because you
cinema,
have to
that's what we're
have
gonna be
you
doing
have to
this
have the
weekend.
mask on for the entire movie, and then I'm like, why? How are you gonna eat?
You can't eat. There's no munchies at the movies. You're
Yes,
just gonna...
bitch. They're gonna sell confections.
Oh my god, I meant to tell you this morning at like 5 in
So
the
it's
morning.
like, why am I like? How are you gonna tell me? Oh yes, you can buy now munchies. Yay! On the you're gonna do everything on the internet. So you buy the munchies on the internet as well, and then she's like, but you cannot remove your mask throughout the entire movie.
So you gotta eat it through the mask, like
right.
Just shove it in your mouth. The point was, this morning I saw that, I don't know, the Netherlands, I think, they opened their first club. Like
yeah.
And they were all seated, like boom, boom, boom. Like
I saw one.
There was like how many? Like 30 people, and they were just all in their seats, like me and Heck, just jamming to this club, full lights going, smoke, DJs blasting music, and I'm just like, well, this is hella awkward.
Yeah, I saw one where there was like circles on the floor, and the limited amount of people that could be in the club, you had to be inside the circle.
Edge of your circle, and I'm at the edge of my circle on the same side.
No, because the circles are 6 feet apart. Right. The edges of the circle are 6 feet apart.
So you have
your circle, 6 feet, circle.
Then right, okay.
It's not 6 feet within the circle. There's 3 feet within the circle, so you have 3 feet of dancing space.
Which is crazy to think, wow, to be confined to just 3 feet of dancing space.
For sure. It's pretty doable.
It's fine. I can do a lot in 3 feet.
Definitely.
Right.
Talking about partying, it's Pride Month. But,
oh my god, yeah, right. So, woo! We didn't even have no freaking pride flag, no freaking anything.
I forgot to bring my pride flag, but
I have a fan somewhere.
It's gonna be a different type of pride this year because no parades, no parties.
Right, but definitely I have felt the LGBTQ plus community very present all over social media.
Yeah.
The shows, those late night shows, still late night. I mean, guys,
of course,
everyone, all of us.
Gotta keep
Can we also get some
feeling alive?
Like 9 tennis shows?
Well, there's some that will give you an early show. I mean, because the city starts pretty early and bitch finishes like the same.
Also, really
24 hours later, she's still live.
She's still going live.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, for sure. So I think we definitely wanted to kind of do our little part and celebrate Pride Month. So
it'll be the first of many celebrations.
Dedicate this little episode to Pride.
Because it's a whole month, right?
Right. So we definitely don't have any fun little tidbits, not fun, but knowledgeable tidbits for you for this episode. But,
or like flash updates?
Not flash updates, but like important people in the Pride who fought for Pride. I just want a big thank you to all the people who definitely do go out there, were out there, who made it okay for us
to the trans people early on, which they really made the difference.
And who are constantly out there fighting for the rights for you and I to be gay comfortably.
And they're usually trans people of color that are usually out there fighting for their rights.
They are out there. Those
they were
are the ones
doing
who are
it before,
letting their
they're
voices
doing it now.
be heard.
We should all do it.
For sure.
And we should all of our
use them as an example as to how to use our voices. Sure. Exactly, inspiration. So
it's for all of us, no? That's the whole point.
Right. So I thought it'd be fun if we kind of got into our coming out stories.
Interesting.
So, Hector, as per usual, I kind of throw you under the bus first because just helps me feel better.
Oh, snap, sorry.
Yes, I want to know your coming out story. How old were you?
It was literally on my 18th birthday.
Wow. I always think maybe it's because I came out so late. I feel like I came out late. But okay, 18th birthday.
Okay.
Give us the story. I'm just not even going to interrupt.
Okay, so I'm lying.
I will interrupt.
I think I should start by saying that obviously I think my parents knew. I was
Don't they always though?
Yeah, but I was like, not that I was flamboyant as a kid, but I think they knew because of my tastes. Like, I wouldn't care to play with Barbies the same as I would play with cars.
Right.
And they did everything possible to have that whole perspectiva de género thing. Like, they wouldn't care if I would love to play with my sister's Barbies or
they would
if I wanted a Luz Clarita CD, some shit like that. Like, they would always But so when I was 18, I was like, well, let me just sort of cliche this and come out to my parents
Right,
on my 18th birthday.
right.
I mean, I just knew though, 18, I was like, well, I'm definitely going to start going out. I'm definitely going to start dating, you know?
Things are going to start changing. Yeah, for sure.
And by that time, I had already, you know, like, done stuff. So, I mean,
done stuff,
like, it was time. It was more like, right, it was more like,
yeah.
well, they're going to start seeing and noticing, so I just might as well just come out, right? It was obviously very nerve-wracking, like, it wasn't that hard because apart from feeling that they knew already, I mean, I had already told my sister and my brother lies. I had told my brother
lies.
I told my sister after. She was the last one I told.
Which is
I mean,
crazy.
I know, but I just didn't tell her because I didn't think I felt I needed to tell her, you know?
Right, because you guys were so close, you just thought she knew.
So it was already a situation where, now that I think about it, they already probably knew because my brother had already probably told them, but I had not thought about that ever in all of these 10 years. But now that I think about it, that could have probably happened. But
for sure.
So I had like this little family party for my birthday because I didn't want to go out. I told my friends, I'm like, I'm not gonna go out. Like, I'm gonna do this, whatever. And I was so nervous, pasó toda la noche, and I was like, oh God, I can't get it out. So finally, like, everyone left, and it was just me and my parents.
Oh my God, Hector.
And then I was like, okay, so I gotta tell you something. And they already knew, like, for sure they already knew, because they looked excited about it.
They were just sitting there like
confused, but like,
right.
Like, probably that they thought it was gonna be an option that I was gonna say that, but they como que también maybe had some other, like, maybe they thought I was gonna say something else.
Like, I knocked some girl up?
Oh God, no. So I was like, oh my God, it would just not come out. So I start crying because the words would not come out. Cause it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so sad. Like,
no, it was like the nervousness.
Yes, it was just, yeah, and I'm like a ball of anxiety. Like, look at me right now. I'm like,
right.
So I was just crying so hard. I kept crying. They were like, just fucking say it. And I was like, they're like, we already know what you're gonna say. Just say it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't come out. Like, it wouldn't come out. You know that, like, that feeling you get when you just literally cannot speak?
Right, yeah.
That's what happened. And I was like, I literally can't speak. Like, I can't speak. So I called my brother and I was like, you need to tell him for me because I can't, like, the words don't come out. And they already know. This is the whole situation where we already know that it's happening, but I just can't verbalize it. And it was just like the whole nerves, everything going on.
But why do you feel that was? Why do you feel like you were so nervous? You think that they were just going to kind of just be like, ew?
No, I didn't think they were going to react in that way, but I don't know. I think it was a whole me thing, not so much the situation. I mean, siempre there was always the preoccupation that they might not, like, be okay with it or, like, tell me some crazy shit, like they'll tolerate it.
Right.
Because personally, I feel like tolerating a gay person is not, like, when someone says, oh, fine, I'll tolerate that. It's like, I'm not okay with it. That's what you're basically saying.
Right.
And that's fine, because I guess that would be the first step on someone trying to accept that, but I feel like that's a sort of like a...
No, that's like saying, okay, I'll just tolerate your existence.
Right, exactly. Like, okay, like I have to, right?
Like,
so, right.
I'm tolerating your straightness.
Right, exactly. So, yes, I still had that sort of stress in the back of my mind, but... So
it never came out?
So
you never actually said
I called my brother and I was like, you need to tell them, que sé yo, and he's like, what? And I'm like, the thing, and he's like, what? Because I had told my brother maybe like 5 months before, so he probably was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, the thing, como que, like, whatever. And I'm like, you need to do it because it does not come out. And he's like, okay, te lo voy a poner. And then he said it, and they were like, oh,
what did he say?
Like, he said it, he's gay, right? And then I said it, so it was like, my mom, que sé yo, and then my mom was like, so who do you like? And I'm like, I don't like anyone right now.
I just needed to come out. Yeah.
So it was like actually a very nice moment, but then the day after, I was picked up from school by my father, and he's like, "Oh, I see that he's not going to my house," and I'm like, "Where the fuck are you going?" And he's like, "Oh, we're going to." I always forget her name.
Don't say it.
Sweetie, I'm gonna say it. She's known here. She's a famous sexóloga. How can you say that?
Sexologist.
A sexologist.
Yeah.
She's a very famous sexologist here. Her name is fudge. I feel like it's Wanda something coming or
I don't know.
whatever. She's a famous sexologist from here, and she specifies in people sort of finding out their sexual
Helping them guide them
Right.
through their sexuality.
And I'm like, oh no. And he's like,
You're
oh.
playing me,
And then my dad sort of threw my mom under the bus because he was like, oh, tu mamá te hizo esta cita.
Damn, Daddy!
And I'm like, what? The fuck? Like, no, I'm not going.
Right,
Like, you can go there, but I'm not gonna go down. I'm not gonna go. Como que no, para, está bien. And then I was like, I told my mom, like, no way, I was not gonna go because I feel like that's crazy. Like, I don't even know why you did that. Like, I'm pretty damn fucking sure.
Right.
And then I was like,
You told her that?
Well, I had to tell her that I already done
I love
stuff.
how
Like,
you
that's
were
when like, I don't really need this right now, you know?
Right. And what did she say? Was she taken aback? Like,
She was taken aback en cuestión de como que, like, I don't know. She wanted to make sure, and she was like, do it, because, you know, like, whatever. ¿Qué te va a doler? Y como que, like, what's the big deal? Y como que, it's a big fucking deal, like.
Right. How is this woman gonna approach you? What is she gonna say?
I know for sure. It's fine.
And here's the thing: were you taken to a therapist when you decided you were straight?
Right.
But
I just think she thought maybe I didn't have any type of experience or something.
Right. Maybe she obviously did it with the best intentions. Maybe
Yes.
she wanted you to be sure.
She was disappointed that I didn't want to go though.
So you never actually went in.
No.
Right.
And maybe she was upset because she probably wasted a lot of money.
Damn.
But
well, no, I feel like
she was upset for like a week. It was like, well, I guess she needed that time to sort of accept it. Entonces, that was sort of the only part where I was like, oh, maybe I thought it was going to be sort of maybe my dad sort of like trying to deal with it, but he didn't give a fuck.
Right.
So yeah, that was basically it. Después de eso, como que it's pretty fine.
And your friends, everyone.
Oh, well.
Did you feel like you had to come
friends?
out to everybody then after that, or
No.
your friends just kind of knew and it just
Yeah,
kind of
no,
was...
yeah. And then I don't have any of the friends that I had when. I mean,
Not
the
friends
friends,
with those
the
people
friends that I
anymore.
have now that graduated with me are all gay.
That is true.
De San Jose.
That's funny because when I met you,
So like
the
my
three
guy
of
friends
you-
from high school, they're all gay. So
Right. So when I met Hector,
and my girlfriends that I have now, I met after coming out. So
Right. I remember meeting Hector at that job in Vidas when I was his supervisor.
I'm sorry.
Even though
I
he
get in the.
won't
I'm
admit
sorry.
it. What?
I get in the weirdest positions and I forget we're filming.
No, it's fine. Sometimes I forget too, and then I'm open mouth for like a whole
We need to
20
work on
seconds,
that.
and I'm like,
we're
this.
working on that.
Yeah, we're working.
Sorry,
on it. Don't
Kelly,
worry.
yeah,
It's fine.
Contact.
We are not following any sort of social distancing rules right now.
Wanda said
But-
we didn't have to. Well,
But I digress. The point is, I met him, and I remember it was these three boys came in, all giggly, all sweet, and I'm like, and we were just homegirls, all of us, and I'm like, I wonder if they're gay. I wonder if they know they're gay. I wonder if we can just openly all talk about it together because I'm
Right.
gay too. We can all be gay together. But I don't know. It was like high school. I don't know if they were. And then every time I would meet them afterwards, it would be in a gay hangout, in a super gay hangout. I was like, I knew it.
I knew it.
Literally like, I knew it. So I was very excited.
What's your story? What's your story?
Well, I was straight until I was 25. I just kind of, but I never really even thought about it that way, like gay or straight, because I remember I used to check out women a lot. And I remember one time I went to Spain with my dad. Was it Spain? Anyways, it was some sort of Latin American country. We went on some sort of trip.
Did you just say Latin American country?
Definitely not Spain. It was Argentina. That's why I said Latin American country. Argentina's in Latin America.
Right, you said Spain though. Are we
Yeah,
sure?
but-
Are we sure that Kelly knows that Spain is in Europe?
I'm mad you're playing me because I'm the one who's gonna edit these videos later.
No.
And then he's gonna get mad because he's like,
It's still gonna be in
but-
the podcast.
Anyways, Argentina, whatever.
Latin America, South America.
Latin America, whatever. The point is, we were on some trip. And I never even noticed I used to check out women. And he was the one who noticed first. Right. And I feel like low-key, he would always try and get me to say it. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, whatever.
Nah.
Or he'd be like, damn, don't just stare at her like that. And I'm like, ah! And I never actually knew. But so then I kind of just neither here nor there. Because honestly, it's like the way you're raised, how you grow up. I just never really thought about gay or straight. I didn't think about it. I was just, you do what people do. And then through lots of failed male encounters,
Right.
not encounters, just like relationships. At some point I'm like, ew, like I can't do this anymore. I don't know what's going on. It's not ew to my male counterparts at all. It's just when you know that there's something that's not right, and then all of a sudden, like, I started experimenting with women, and I was like, just kind of like exploring, understanding, and then it was kind of like when your life flashes before your eyes, and then all of a sudden you see all those moments that build up that all of a sudden make sense, and you get it, and everything clicked, and I was like, oh, bitch, you are gay. So gay. You were like a whole lesbian.
What was us? So maybe that was sort of like the first time.
Well, I realized after I lived in New York, I was studying in New York, I was more exposed to different kinds of sexuality. I was more exposed to, like, I had a gay roommate we shared like a bathroom or whatever in college. And I was more exposed to it, and I also didn't see it as a thing. It was very just whatever to me. And then I came to Puerto Rico. I ended up moving back home, and I met this girl, and I knew from the moment, it was like, I don't know if it was love at first sight, love at first sight, blah, whatever, but I met this woman, and from that day I was like, you're gonna be my girlfriend. You're gonna be my girlfriend, I hope you know it. And I was just so sure, and I knew it, and we were together for like the next 4 or 5 years. And so that's not the point. The point was, once I was sure that I definitely wanted to be in a relationship with her, and she asked me, she was like, so are you gay? Because she met me being with a man, right? She met me in the transition period, and I was like, I've never been more sure about anything in my life. And it just, I felt so comfortable. I finally started feeling like me again. Like, I don't know, it felt so different. Like, I started living this life that should always be, I don't know why, I'm like, what's going on here? Anyway, so the point was, I decided finally to go to my mom. My mom was at my aunt's house watching a movie, and I was like, that's so funny how you're like, you decide, this is the day, and it has to be today. Like, I can't do anything else but do this. So then I went to my aunt's house. I busted through the door. Very dramatic because she's a Leo, ladies. I busted through the door, and I said, Mom, I have to talk to you. And then I remember we had bought these rings at like a fair, and they were like, just kind of like, whatever, stupid, gay rings, we're like, oh, let's get a ring. But it wasn't like anything, it was just a partner ring, I guess. And I started playing the ring, and she's like, oh God, Kelly, please don't tell me you got engaged. And I was like, first of all, why would that be your go-to, right? Why would you just automatically think I'd come over like, boop, hey Mom, I'm engaged. I haven't even talked about even dating anybody. So I was like, no. And then I remember my aunt got up real quick. She's like, this is not about me. And she was like, she left the room. And we're just sitting there, and we're just looking at each other. And then I'm like, so I'm gay. And she's like, oh, so this is what Fulana's all about. Because all of a sudden, Fulana comes into my life, and it's like, I'm always hanging out with her. I'm up and down with her. She's picking me up all the time. I'm spending the night at her house.
Right.
Like, it's a whole thing. And I was like, well, yeah, obviously, because I realized that I want to spend, I don't know, I guess in that moment, my life with this person, que se yo ni que, and I feel like her reaction, and I have to say, we're in that sense also very privileged, is that not the
Right.
current theme, because thankfully, we did not, at least I did not have a negative experience at all. She said, well, this is not the life I would have chosen for you, because she understands that
Right.
being gay is it's hard to be gay. And maybe not, it's harder for other gays también, even harder. But she's like, I support you, whatever you want to do. If this is the life you want, then I got you, and I guess I kind of just like felt that. And then also it was, I guess I just built up to, it was going to be a lot more explosive and a lot more dramatic. So when I left there, I remember I left, I got in my car, I drove to the beach, and I just started crying. And I think it was just también, not even just her reaction, because I was very grateful for her reaction. I think it was for the first moment it was the first thing I ever said that was from a place of complete sincerity, honesty, just like, for the first time, I'm showing you a glimpse of who I really am. And I was just like, oh my God, I do it. Anyways, but it was, I'm very grateful. It was a good time. It was a good time. Obviously, she told everybody else. So we're fine because she did the work. But then I actually had people come up to me and they were mad that I didn't tell them. Like, I can't believe you didn't tell me you were gay. And then I'm like, well, you didn't tell me you were straight. So even. You know what I mean? Like, then it turns into a thing like, do we have to tell everybody? Like,
no.
I
mean,
feel
it's
like
not...
I'm letting you know, Mom, because I'm going to walk through this house with a chick on my arm one day.
Right.
And I don't want it to be a thing.
Right.
I don't want homegirl to get looks, right? Like,
right.
when you see us holding hands. So, anyways, that was
interesting.
interesting. It was good. It was good. That was kind of like our coming out stories. I was 25. I think I said that right. You were 18. I don't know. I always feel like
I was gay though.
Right, I didn't, and I think that's the difference. Like on some level, maybe I knew. On some level, I knew.
I knew what it sort of meant when my sister was obsessed with MDO.
Right.
The 2000s Menudo reincarnation. I was all about it, and I used to have dreams go about them, and I was like,
God.
oh wait, this is a thing.
No, I just
they had this video. Do you remember this video where they were like singing in the rain, like it was raining and they were all wet and shirtless? And you remember that video where the girl is
like
sleeping,
a super MDO
where she's
fan,
having like a wet dream
sense.
where she's sleeping and they're all like in the water, and then one of them
What
crawls
dream?
up in the bed. I mean, that's the whole
I
metaphor.
don't know. I wasn't a super fan of MDO
I
either. Like,
I mean, but they have like iconic songs. You know the song for sure.
I probably know the songs. Yeah, I just don't relate it to.
So yeah.
I don't know. I feel like for
also,
sure.
Britney
I just
Spears.
didn't-
I mean,
that should have been a dead giveaway for you. Giveaway. The obsession.
Imagine little
like,
me at 8 years old doing the whole "Oops, I did it again" choreography.
I can though.
I would
pay anything.
I would do
to
these
see
shows for my
videos of
sister
you.
and her friends. She would make me actually. But I was all for it.
You were all about it.
Yeah.
Your parents should have known. I mean, parents always know. My mom was like, I've always known. I've just been waiting for you to say this. And I'm just over here like, had you told me sooner,
Right,
we could have avoided so much.
You told me sooner.
Had you told me sooner,
right.
I could have avoided men in general. Like, no, but I don't want it. This is not a man-hating party because that's not what it was about. It's everyone. I feel like everyone who you encounter for a reason, for sure.
That's gonna be a whole nother conversation.
Right. I think I don't know. I think we should get into makeups and breakups and makeups for the next one. Definitely not for this one, but
we will definitely
for
get
the next one.
So stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned for that.
Story.
And if you are, I don't know, are we done?
I mean, that was my coming out story. If you want to share yours, we definitely welcome
Oh,
back.
I was like, I just shared mine. Were you not here for this whole
No,
conversation?
I'm talking to
Right,
our
sorry.
viewers and our listeners.
Our audience.
Right. If you want to, sort of like we're doing with the body shaming, if you want to share your coming out story, you can definitely
Right. We would love to
contact
hear
us,
it.
DM us on the Instagram, on the Facebook, email us, anywhere you want, and we will definitely work that out.
For sure. Actually, we might just even it'd be cool to do a body shaming, like what we did with body shaming.
Thinking,
Oh, right.
So
We can do with the coming out. So let us know if you like what we're doing here. I think, comment, like, subscribe. If you think that there's anything in particular you'd like for us to talk about.
Yeah,
we're always down for.
I think we should put like a little question thing on the Instagram. See what kind of topics they are interested in sort of hearing, right?
Absolutely.
So remember to follow us on the Instagram at thepink.banana, Facebook as The Pink Banana, and now you can find us on YouTube as The Pink Banana.
Like, comment, subscribe, all streaming platforms.
We will
also
link, there's a link of the YouTube on the Facebook. The link that's on the Instagram is for Spotify. We're still sort of figuring out how we're gonna link the YouTube to the Instagram, but we will work that out.
But for now, we'll just keep sharing it.
Right. Or just go to YouTube and type in The Pink Banana podcast and you will find it.
It's just a good time. It's a good time. All right. So I think we're going to cut it here.
Yes. See you next week. Next Tuesday.
Oh, I just wish you'd stop saying a day. See you on the
our
next
episodes are on
one.
Tuesdays and Fridays. We got to keep the consistency, Kelly. That's the key to a successful podcast.
Says the podcast expert. Consistency.
Also, I want to
to
take the time to remind people that I am doing a live episode with my friend Calita on our True Crime podcast. June 14th on the Instagram page at NMH Caso.
That was almost
NMH Caso.
Had you said that a little lower, it would have been great ASMR.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kelly. I'm trying to see. We should do another ASMR.
We should.
We
did
one. We did one, but we were not very tech savvy at the moment. So we have better equipment now.
Also, I just feel like it was a big fail. It was a big fail, but
We're gonna do it.
Here's what I think. I think that we should share the ASMR video.
No, it's just the audio is just bad.
But Hector thinks Hester.
We're gonna do a little compilation of funny excerpts from that video, but it's just so horrible that I don't want it out. The audio is just so bad. It's so bad.
Right. Okay. So yeah, but we're definitely
gonna
do
a new one. It's gonna be out in the YouTube. Yes.
Well, honestly, we're just gonna do it all. Whatever. Yeah, that's just the point. All right. So like, comment,
subscribe, 5 stars.
Follow us on all our social media.
Apple, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of that.
Right. And thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Pink, pink, pink.